A++ or ++A kind of notations. Okay. So here you can see the uses of JavaScript, event-driven computation. So we have also seen like how the JavaScript objects are declared by using the var some object name that may be a car is equal to new or obj and a braces. Okay. So this is how you externally embed the XHTML class. In XHTML, we generally use the C block to write the JavaScript here, but due to some errors, as it is causing some errors, like in later versions of the HTML, it has been removed, and now it's not a best practice to use the C data block. Okay. Now coming to the syntactic characteristics, we can have the identifiers which starts with dollar underscore and a letter and continue with the dollar underscore letter or digit, and which can be like case sensitive. Reserve words are something like which cannot be used in other purpose. They have certain purpose which can be met in the JavaScript. So for that purpose only we will be using the reserved keywords. And these are the two types of comments which we can see in the JavaScript. This is a single line comment and this is a multi-line comment. So this is a statement syntax. Every statement should end with a semicolon. Now coming to the primitive types, we discussed like there are certain primitive types like so the primitive types you can see like we have certain primitive types like number, string, boolean, undefined and null. Okay. I'm just trying to increase the volume of my mic. Yeah, give me a second. So now coming to the primitive types, we have like 5 types of primitive types: number, string, boolean, undefined and null. Okay. There are like, let us see the example for each primitive type. If we consider the number, the shortcut will be like number of something. I'll show you an example. I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. So here you can observe like we have number of 42. Number of 42. What will it do actually? It will return the number as 42. If you give like string of 42, it will return a string. It will make the 42 as a string, which is nothing but it appends the quotation marks here, which returns a string. Okay. Boolean of 42, it returns either it is a true or false. Okay. To show something. Okay, it will return as true. So here using this number and string, you can convert this type of methods. You can convert the respective text or a number into the number or string or any other format you wish to display. Okay. Just give me a second. I think my screen is not visible to me. Sorry for the interruption. So we have seen the number, string and boolean primitive types. So let us see like how the primitive types behave. Okay. So null, undefined and boolean we have discussed. Like null is nothing but we have used the variable and declaration is not done. In that case, that particular variable will have a null value. Undefined means we have declared the variable but we haven't assigned any value to the variable. So declaration is done but value is not defined. So that will be like undefined. So boolean it will return either true or false. Yeah, I would like to show the example for the numeric operators. That is, if you can see here, plus plus a and a plus plus, what is the difference between these two things? Actually, the output will be same, but there is a different notation. Like the way of understanding these two things is different. Okay, I'll show you with an example. So here uh, we can uh, we can write the code in either notepad or for debugging purpose we can write our javascript code in the console of the browser also. So here in the console we can see like this is the html elements and here we can write whatever javascript code we wish to write. Okay, so I'm showing the example for a plus plus and plus plus a. Okay, I have taken a variable called a and I have initialized it to 0. Okay, in the next line what I will do is like while is a condition which helps for the iteration, means it can loop through the variables that we are going to discuss in the next sessions. Okay, for now in order to make you understand about a plus plus and plus plus a, let us take a less than 5. So this is the condition. Within the condition I have done something like while of a less than 5. Okay, A plus plus. So let us see the output here. Document dot write of A. I think due to some problem, the output is not displayed here. So I will show you in a notepad. Okay. So while writing the program, you can give all the title tags and all the appropriate tags you need to give, like doc type and all. Okay. Text slash script. Okay. So now in your script tag, you can have the elements written like t is equal to 0, y of t less than some 0 or something. Dot t. Document dot write So let us do one thing. Yeah. So here you can see your code like where a is equal to 0 and a is less than 4. Till a is less than 4, what it will do? It will take from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. The output will be like this. Okay. When you consider a plus plus, let us do the changes and come back. So here you can observe like we got the same output. Output will be same, but the main difference between a plus plus and plus plus a is equal to a plus 1. So a plus plus means first the initialization of the variable will happen. Okay. For example, you can see here, I'm just trying to make you understand, like we have a plus plus. Initially we have some where a is equal to 0. Later what we did, we have some another variable also called b. Okay, here b is equal to a. Again, um, b is equal to a plus 1. So these two statements you can understand, like first example, a plus plus means first the initialization of the variable will be happening. If b is equal to a means first 0 will be there in b. Okay, later it will do the assignment operation and the final value of b becomes 1. Okay, this a plus plus will be handled in two steps. Okay, first thing is it will assign the value and then increment it, whereas plus plus a means it will, this step will come later. Okay, first it will increment it and then it will assign. So the major difference between the two things is like output will be same. Okay, but the difference is like first the initialization happens in a plus plus and then incrementation. Here the incrementation happens and then the assignment will happen. This is the major difference between the two things. Okay. Here you can see like I have written a string called document.write is nothing but it will display the output. Okay, you can either use different tags like p or h and you can assign the element uh, to your tag. The output can be seen in that way also. Okay, I think you have gone through certain things like document dot write ln, print ln, kind of things. Okay, in the similar way we have a text called as we can write some text like this is text and we can put some plus symbol and we can assign the a value here. Okay, it has some error actually, give me a second. Okay, so now I would like to show you one more example here. Give me a second. Okay, I have changed some code here. The previous example itself, just increasing my font. Okay, here you can see like if a is less than 4, I have done some plus plus a, which is nothing but increment and then show it. Okay. Now the output will be like 4. Now I would like to change it as a plus plus. Now also you can see the output as 4. So you can write the document.write here. In the script itself, you can write it, it will get executed. If you want to write any normal kind of text, you can either use a p tag or anything. Okay. I think it's a best practice to use this in a script tag. Okay. So whatever the iteration it has done, you can see the output in a form of a plus and then followed by a variable. Okay. So precedence operators is nothing which takes the first preference. Okay, multiplication takes the first preference when compared to the addition or subtraction. Okay, like that we have some certain precedences when you keep text in a braces like 2 plus 3 into 5. That into operation will take the precedence, and 2 plus 3 into 5. 3 into 5 will be performed first, and then it will add the 2 value. Okay. So here you can see like the precedence, it is given to the multiplication. Okay. For implicit and explicit type of conversions also, I'll show you a few important links where you can get the more differences about the type of the implicit and explicit. Okay. So in the meanwhile, we can go through this link. So we can also call the implicit type conversion as casting also. So if you can see here, implicit casting and explicit casting, we have a variable called x. So it is a type of integer and it has some value called 1, 2, 3. And here we have double. Double is nothing but a normal decimal followed by some float values. Okay, dot 0001 kind of thing. And double y is equal to x. Here what happened? You have assigned this particular integer value without converting into double. You directly assign to a double data type. Okay. Here the browser itself, JavaScript itself interprets the kind of making the data type change. So which happens by itself is called as an implicit casting. Okay, we can directly assign the integer value to a double. Okay, so here you can see implicit casting doesn't require a casting operator. No need for conversion. This casting is normally used when converting data from small integral types to large. Okay, so in integral types also, when compared to double, int is a small thing. So from small to large, it will happen like implicitly. Okay. When compared to the explicit casting means we have to do it explicitly. We need to convert the data type. The reverse will be like explicit casting. So double is a large integral type and int is a small integral type. So in order to convert a double value 1, 2, 3, in order to convert into the integer value, we have to typecast it like this. Int of y, we need to first change it to int and then assign to the int. So this is a major difference between the implicit and the explicit. Okay, I'll show you some more examples on how to use a how to convert a number to a string. Okay, see here you can see like these things we have already discussed. Return of uh, 42. It's a string, you know. Quotations means it's always a string. You are converting string to a number. So then it will return 42. Again, as normal 42, a number to a string, it will return 42. So finally, what it has some string 42. And if you can take the boolean value, it returns either it is a true or a false. Okay, in generally in real-time programming, in order to convert a number to a string, we mostly use 42 plus some number plus quotations. Means always the strings are represented by using these double quotations or single quotations. So when you append these quotations to a number, it will convert to the string. For converting to a number, this is a string, you can see here. 42 minus 0, it will convert to a number. So when you give a double exclamatory mark, it is converted to boolean. So these are the some of the easy like representation ways. So now coming to the difference between parseInt and parsefloat. See, parseInt is nothing but it will always return a number. Okay, parseInt, see 314 ABC, it has some number and a text. Okay, the output will be like number only. So number of 314 ABC. So it is a not a number. See, if you can see here, this is the combination of this thing is not a number. You want the output as number, but when you consider if it is a 42, then it will return 42 or 52 or any number is there, it will return a number. But it's a combination, so the output of the number will always be if it is in a text and this unformatted way, it will be a not a number. Okay, parseInt means it will always convert into numbers. Parsefloat is nothing but it will have a points. So here you can see like there is a string. String is nothing but always having the quotation marks. This is a date string. Okay, now what you did is using split method. We have a method in JavaScript like we have split methods, substrings, we have certain other methods. Okay, you are considering this user string dot split of hyphen. Hyphen is nothing but here in the user string, if you find the hyphen, whenever you find this hyphen, split the string. Okay, the output will be like in a form of array. Okay, so arrays will be like 2009, it has split it. Okay, later what it did, year. So number means output will always be a number. Date parts means this entire array. Parts of 0 is nothing but the first element. Okay, 2009 is the first element, so the output will be 2009. Next, always the index starts from 0. Okay, remember one thing, in JavaScript always the index starts from 0. That is the reason if you have considered the array 0, this is the 0 element, this is the first element, and here number. You can see like 06, it has taken that 06 is nothing but the 6 number. So the output is 9. Again 09, the output is 9. So here the number will return a number value. Here you can also see like we have given some parseInt of. See, you have converting into a integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you can see a date parts of 0, comma. When you consider number, you can simply give it as like this. When you give a parseInt, we need to denote the total count of the array also. Okay, when you count it from 2 to 9, the overall including the commas and the overall you have a total as 10. Okay, so 0 comma 10, from 0 from out of the 10 you want to retrieve a string which is starting from 0, that is nothing but 2009. 1 out of 10, after 0 we have an index 1. Okay, 1, then it will return 6. So this is a notation for the parseInt and this is a notation for a number. So number we don't need to explicitly display the base like this. Okay, whereas here parseInt we need to declare it. So a few concepts that we have discussed. So we have discussed about implicit, explicit, that a plus plus and plus plus a shorthand notation. A plus plus means first the assignment is done, then incrementation. Plus plus a is first the incrementation is done and then the addition is done. So implicit type conversion, string plus number will always return a string. Okay, you can consider like some xyz. Okay, I'll show you one example. So we can take it as a string and number concatenation. When you concat a string and a number, which is nothing but addition. Okay. We have certain methods in JavaScript, like if you want to add two strings, we can use a method like concat. Okay, concat, it will display, it will append the two strings. Okay, string one dot concat of string two means it will append if the string one has some xyz and string one has some hello and string two has some word. String one dot concat of string two means it will append hello plus hello and word. The output will be like hello world. So explicit type conversion also we have seen. So now coming to the we have seen two examples like explicit, implicit, and shorthand operators. So string properties and methods. Okay. So these are the string methods we discussed yesterday. Type of means it will return like what kind of data type it is, whether it is a number or string. Type of some x has a number, it will return the output. Okay. Date object also we have seen, date methods we have seen. So window and document object model. So the window object represents a window in which the document containing the script is being displayed, and the document object represents the document being displayed using the DOM. DOM is nothing but the document object model, okay, which we discussed like DOM will have a root and a children like HTML and the children like head, title and body, etc. Window object is nothing but the whatever the browser window we are seeing, that is a window object. So document object, we can have the documents, we can have the manipulations on the HTML by using this DOM structure. So window refers to the window object itself and document refers to the document object. So that is the reason in example you have seen like document.write is there now. So it will consider the document of your browser, not the window exactly. It's a document object model in the HTML model like HTML root and children like head title. In that it will consider the document. So the window object is a default object for JavaScript, and so properties and methods of the window object may be used without qualifying with the class name. So no need to give any specific class name for window, like we can see like window.open kind of things when you want to navigate to different pages, like window.open of certain URL. So for that window you want to open it in a new URL and etc. So I will just close the session for today as we don't have many colleges. So in today's session, we have discussed about the examples of the implicit and explicit, and how can we convert a number to a string and a string to a number, parse int, parse float, and a few other things like few other things like conversions of implicit and explicit. Okay. So if any doubts in the today's session, I shall continue in the tomorrow's